Well, hello, Pisces. Hello, my friends, and welcome into your March of 2023 monthly reading. We are here. We are here, Pisces. And this just in, we have a temporary location here. Actually, I'm just traveling. So I'm making the hotel room work the best I can. Abstract hotel art included. So I'm making the bed work. I'm trying to make the lighting work. So bear with me. Bear with me here, Pisces. I'm in Pennsylvania. So if you are in Pennsylvania, hello, my Pennsylvania friends. I love Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh Penguins. They're my favorite hockey team ever in the free world. Even though I'm from North Carolina, how I became a fan is a very long story. We don't have time today. It's a long story, but I love the Pittsburgh Penguins. I love Pittsburgh. If you're in Philly, I love you too, just not your teams. I know. I love you. I do love you. I feel for you. If you're from Philly, I feel for you in the Super Bowl. I mean, I like both teams, but good showing. Great Super Bowl. Why do we go into sports? I don't know. This is your March reading. You can tell I'm really big into sports. This is your March reading, Pisces. So let's just jump in here. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. So for monthly readings, I do it a little differently. So I'm going to take a look at the major theme for you, how that theme is going to impact you, the potential challenges you may face, the potential outcome, and then what's going on just below the surface that you may not be aware of from an energy standpoint. I am going to clarify all the energy. Well, I'm using this one. We're doing it. I usually use the other deck, but I'm using this one to lay down the first cards. But hey, we're going with it. Let's see. It's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm not sure if I said that. It's like I'm tapping into your energy and it feels a little scattered. I'm not gonna lie. It feels a little like, which, for me is not too far off, but I'm tapping into an energy for a reading. It's like, oh, okay. So that's a clue. That's a clue of how this might go. So let's see, shall we? Let's see. Right there. Okay, we're going to start off with the Three of Swords. This is your major theme for you. The Six of Cups is how it's going to impact you. Well, that was a gift. Justice is in a challenge position, but things I feel like are going to balance out. Ooh, and the outcome energy is you are going to be very aware of how you feel about it. Seven of Wands underneath. Oh, well. You're resisting something here. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, Pisces. Interesting. I'm really intrigued by the outcome energy here because it comes in like, ooh, you are really being made aware of how you feel about something. And I don't think you fully, most people, we're really good at either, pushing things down, suppressing things to where we're not even really consciously aware of what's happening anymore, how we feel about certain things. And the Queen of Cups feels like, it's like you shook a 2-liter up, like a 2-liter of Pepsi or Coke, and you were kind of unaware of how much pressure was building up. Then all of a sudden you just take, this is the imagery I'm getting, you barely just open the top of that 2-liter after you've shaken it and and you had no idea so much feeling and so much pressure was built up. That's what this Queen of Cups feels like to me, which is odd because I usually don't get that with the Queen of Cups. So I'm intrigued. I'm officially intrigued of how we get there. Now, I get the sadness here. I get the sadness. Let's see. Yeah, and you're working on it. Okay, that's where we're going to go. So let's just start with the major theme, Three of Swords. That's pain. That's just heart pain. That's pain, sadness. Sometimes it's a broken heart. We got the Eight of Pentacles showing up, so it might be something you're working on, or it's related to your works. But let's keep diving in. Two more for the Three of Swords here. Whew. Let's see. I do feel like you're going to get a gift, though. Something maybe coming back from your past. We'll see. 3 of Swords for me, please. 3 of Swords. Page of Cups. And 8 of Wands. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and clarify the 6 of Cups here because ooh. Well, here's one. I think it goes with the 3 of Swords, the 3 of Wands. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I just still can't shake the feeling of, hold on. One momento. Let me check out the 6 of Cups. Why is the 6 of Cups here? 7 of Pentacles. Okay. 2 more, please. Why is the 6 of Cups here? Pew! Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, this setup is not the best for flying cards. Okay, it came out right, though. 5 of Wands. Okay. Queen of Wands. Okay. This is interesting how it's showing up. It's because the cards, initially, every card has an initial meaning. They can mean so many different things. But it's like the intuition, like how you tap into the energy and how I kind of feel and what I know each card kind of means. And this was throwing me for a loop a little bit because initially you're like, oh, this is what that means. But the energy I'm getting is telling a different story than what you initially see, which is what I'm trying to piece together here because it's what I think you're actually doing. I get the sense that you are, it's almost like, how do I say it? It's such unique energy. It's like you're conflicted a little bit with this 5 of Wands energy with how you truly feel about something. It's like it's like you maybe want to tell yourself that it's this. Like, I want to tell myself that the Queen of Wands means this: passion, inspiration, and power. But when I look at it, like in your reading, which is I feel like what you're experiencing, but when you look at it, you're like, yeah, that's what it means, but your feelings are telling you a different story. What does it really mean, though? What does it really feel like to you? Not just what other people tell you should feel or what you should think about it. How do you actually think about it? And that's how this feels. And with the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles, I think you're a little conflicted about what to do next. It's like you've done some work here. You put a lot of time and effort, whether this be, it could be this kind of feels like work honestly, like a career, a job related. I'm not feeling so much relationship at all in this. It's just the Pentacle energy is coming in loud to me. So I'm going to say this is more job or work. It could be a relationship you would know, but it's feeling more like a job. And I feel like you put a lot of time and effort in it. You've given it your all. It did break your heart at one time. It's brought a lot of sadness, a lot of stress for you. And you're conflicted about it because people are telling you, it's almost like this. It's like people are telling you, what do you mean you're stressed at your job? What do you mean you're thinking about changing jobs? What? It's an amazing job. You make amazing money. You have the perfect benefits package. You have so much PTO. You have a pension. You have the wonderful 401k. What? No. How would you look at that and feel feel differently than you won the lottery? But you're looking at it and you're getting real in touch with your feelings here, and you're like, yeah, but this is just not working for me anymore. It may have, with the Six of Cups, it's like it may have fulfilled me in the past. And it may have been a blessing in the past, and it was for where you were in your life. But right now, you are seriously conflicted about how you feel about it because it's just not doing it for you anymore. It's like, where's the passion? Where's the inspiration? Where's the drive? Where's the enjoyment? Where's the fun in this? And I get the sense it's really pissing you off. I just get the sense it's pissing you off, and because people are taught, it just feels like the Five of Wands are just in your ear about it. Like, no, you can't think that way. You can't feel that way about this. And that's the energy I'm feeling. It's like I'm looking at the Queen of Wands. It should mean this, but it actually feels like this. So how do I reconcile the both? You go with what you feel. You go with how you feel. That your emotional guidance system is the closest thing to your truth that you're going to have about where you're at right now. And you can't help the way you feel. You feel the way you feel. If your job or career is just not doing it for you anymore, you don't feel it, no matter how outlandish it would be to other people looking in. Well, the other people looking in better get some glasses. They better get some glasses, because their perspective is not the only perspective that matters. Hell, their perspective, it's okay to take it in advisement, but at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your feelings. You know what's working and what's not working. And what I see as the major theme here is, for whatever reason, this job or career, I do get the sense it's caused a lot of pain for you. It's caused a lot of pain, and you are getting to the point where you are realizing with this Page of Cups that I gotta work on this. I don't know what, the TV is doing something really weird right now. And I don't want the scent. Okay, it just cut itself off, so we're just gonna go with it. But I get the sense you've been working on this pain. You've been working through other people's opinions about where you're at and the job you have, and what defies success or defines success to you. You're working through it, and you're in the beginning stages, this Page of Cups, of opening back up to something new. You want to open up to something else, opening up to inspiration, and you're just in the beginning the process of really expanding. Of going, okay, I'm working through the conflict within myself here. I'm going to open up. I'm going to stick my toe into other areas and to see if that resonates with me. Because the Page of Cups is kind of telling me you're finding inspiration in places that you thought you would never find inspiration in. But you're opening up to it, and this is what I love here, the Wands energy. This is very fire sign energy, but I love it. With the Eight of Wands, this is quick moving energy. So it feels like as soon as you just start opening up to different avenues that slightly just intrigue you, that just give you a little zing, just a little zing. It's going to be subtle, but it's just a little zing. You are going to open up because you are ready. Three of Wands tells me you're ready. You're ready to experience a new thing. You're ready to receive. You are ready to have what you want manifested come towards you, and you're opening up to it. And I get the sense it is going to fall into place. It's going to fall into place pretty quickly. You're just, with this, how it's impacting you, you're just going to have to work through the internal conflict. It's a little bit like head versus heart, a little bit of, am I crazy for feeling this way? Like, am I crazy for walking away from this amazing job on paper? Am I crazy for that? Am I crazy for wanting to have something that's a little bit more fulfilling and exciting for me? Does that make me just an alien on this planet? No, it makes you incredibly in tune, a very in tune human that cares about how they feel, that cares about their experience in this life. And you're willing to ask some difficult questions. That's who it makes you. But other people, and this is no judgment whatsoever, other people didn't come here to per se ask those type of questions. They didn't come here to grow in the way that you want to grow. So they can look at it and go, what is wrong with you? Like, how could you walk away from this? What? And because in their experience, they're not doing the type of growth that you're doing, or they don't want to experience the type of life that you want to experience. And so there is going to be that rub, that Five of Wands conflict kind of rub. And I know how that feels personally. I walked away from a job just like that even my husband at the time was like, you know what you're doing, right? Like, oh my gosh, you're walking away from that. Because I was burnt out. I was done. I was at the end of my rope. I was not in a great place. I was not at all in a great place. My health was taking a hit. Like, I had so many health issues come up that I've never had before. So it's just one of those things where you got to bet on yourself sometimes. And sometimes that works out. You're going to maybe have some failures along the way. But it's all part of the process, because at the end of the day, can you stay where you currently are and be okay? Can you stay where you're at? And I don't mean like quitting your job tomorrow. I just mean like formulating a plan and getting into alignment with what you want in the preparation to leave. Because if you're really truthful with yourself, is where you're at really going to work? Is it working now? Is it going to work long term? Can you change any part of it to make it better, to make it workable, or can't you? Those are those type of questions. That's that internal conflict I see that you're struggling with. Yeah, you're struggling with it. Exactly what I said. Two of Wands. I'm clarifying the Justice card. Two of Wands, Three of Cups, Queen of Cups again. You're struggling with your feelings. 10 of Cups. And happiness. You're struggling with what is going to make you happy. And none of us want to do this, but you don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to make a mistake here. You don't. You don't want to make a mistake. You care a lot about this. This means a lot to you. It means a lot. Yeah, the Queen of Cups, you care deeply. You are feeling this deep, like the old saying, you're feeling this deep in your bones. It's like you're feeling this. It's just you're trying to wrap your head around it. It's like your heart already knows. Your feelings, they already know, but your head's having a hard time here. It's having a hard time with, well, how do I map this out? Like, am I really going to do this? What's next? How do we formulate a plan? How are we going to make this work? How do we mitigate risk? How do we not fall flat on our face? How do we not screw this up? How do we open up and tell people, which I get the Three of Cups here. It's like you might struggle with telling the same people that don't necessarily agree with how you think or feel about this, and open up to them and tell them, hey, this is actually happening. I'm actually doing this. This is real for me. I care a lot about it, and I've got to do it, kind of thing. So I can see why it's challenging for you, but that's with the Justice energy kind of grounding out all of this really big emotion, this big about, I got to go with what makes me happy. I just want to be happy. I want to feel fulfilled, like emotional fulfillment with this 10 of Cups. It's like, that's really what you want. That's the essence you want to feel every day. Justice, I feel like it's going to balance out a little bit. It's going to be challenging because I think you have to wrap your own head around how you feel. And that takes time, as we know. That takes time. Your brain sometimes is just programmed to keep you safe, which is why we experience the fear loops and the anxiety and the what ifs and I should have situations up here, because it's just programmed. It's a machine. And it's programmed to keep you safe. So when you start talking about happiness and fulfillment and walking away from something that is pretty big, that may not be so rational to you, may not be rational to walk away from, your brain is like, I need a minute. But your heart, your emotions are like, come on, This is how we feel. This is very important. Let's do it. Come on, let's go. Brain's like, no. And this typically is more like belief systems that you carry a little bit too. It's like, so it is challenging. It is, absolutely. But what I love here, Pisces, what I love is the Queen of Cups, because you are very much aware of your emotional guidance system. So that means everything. So it's like, you know that you know if it's working or if it's not working. And that type of clarity in itself is a beautiful thing. Even though it's frustrating because you don't know what's next for you. You don't know what to do with the information, but at least you have the information. So think about it this way. Just consider this. If you get frustrated or stuck in your head a little bit, consider this. You have the information. You know that you know that you know you feel this way. That's more than a lot of people have in these circumstances. You've been in those circumstances, I'm sure, where you feel so frustrated and so stuck and so confused, where you don't know which way is up because you can't even parse through what you actually feel or if you feel anything at all. You know those feelings, right? You're not here. So at least you're feeling it. At least you have an emotional guidance system that you can rely upon. So you're not so in the dark on this. So I know look, I know it's not easy. I'm not saying this is easy at all, but you do have, thank God, you are aware of how you feel. And that's a huge step for a lot of people, because they don't even have that sometimes. I sometimes don't have that, and you probably haven't had that either. So it gives a little bit more perspective to go, okay, I do have that. I'm not so confused about that. I don't feel like I'm absolutely in the dark. So that can mitigate some of the risk that you might feel, because you are being guided. So Queen of Cups, let's go outcome energy here. Let's talk about these feelings. Let's talk about it. Feeling deeply. So clarify the Queen of Cups for me. Oh, okay. That was kind of almost reversed. I'll leave this reversed, but that was the Six of Wands. Yeah. I think you're just Let's see. Let me see if this is two more, please. Okay. Ten of Wands, the Sun. Oh, Ten of Cups and the Sun here. Oh. Oh. I'm trying to, how do I say it? It's, okay, it comes in like this. It's like the outcome energy is, I think you're realizing that you have been working so hard on trying to find happiness, on trying to be happy, to find happiness. You have worked so freaking hard on it. And what it kind of comes in as is it's not coming in like victorious. Because when the Six of Wands is in reverse, it came in like the work, for a lack of a better term, it's like the work is in vain. Like the work that you were doing wasn't actually leading to your happiness, because you can't think what's going to make you happy. You have to feel what makes you happy. And that's what you're learning. You're learning that this is not a thinking game. The thinking game is after I tap into and I feel what makes me happy, like this situation, this type of job, this type of work, this type of lifestyle, these type of friends, these type of relationships, that by checking in with how you feel, that feels good, that's what I want. And then your brain can come into alignment with it and go, how do we make that possible? But you can't, we've all, I'm a poster child for this, years ago, before, you do all the your good old spiritual work, right? The shadow work. I was a poster child for this, so I'm saying this with so much love, Pisces, is that you can't think what's going to make you happy. And you can't tell yourself, using your mind, what happiness is and this is going to make you happy. In my experience, if you just get the big corporate job with the office and the money and the perks and the 401k and the PTO and the pension, and you can grow roots and you just move up the corporate ladder, that's going to make you happy, Tiffany. That, girl, you're going to love that. We're going to go for that. I'm just going to tell you, it didn't really make me happy at all. Because if I would have stopped and checked in with my emotions along that 10-year corporate path and what I was doing, my emotions, my feelings had a lot to say about it, and it wasn't what my head was saying. So the outcome is, I feel like you're learning. You're learning you can't think your happiness. It's the same thing as, let's think about relationships. Think about love relationships. Or chemistry in general. Like chemistry in sports teams, chemistry with love relationships, chemistry with friendships, like your best friends, like your ride or die type of friendships. These people you just have chemistry with, and it's one of those things, is there or it's not. You cannot force or fake chemistry. It's you feel it, it's there or it's not there. You love them or you don't love them, kind of thing. And that's how happiness is. What I have learned in my experience, either it makes you happy or it doesn't. You can't force it. You can't tell yourself to be happy with something that your heart's going, fuck no. This does not make me happy. I don't care how rational you are about it, brain. And something tells me this is what's the internal fight is what you're resisting a little bit of going on. It's like, man, because it's like opening Pandora's box. It's like, now I'm opening up Pandora's box. Now I'm feeling my feelings. Now I'm aware of what's kind of going on. And damn, maybe it's a little unsettling. I've been there too. Maybe it's a little unsettling with what you feel. Like, why does that make me so happy? Oh my gosh. What, that path, that direction? What? But you feel it. And your brain's like, what are we going to do with that? Like, what are we going to do with that? Like, I just recently started about a year ago. I've always loved horses ever since I was little, like a baby. One of my first words was horsey, apparently, as told by my mother. And my uncle used to have an Appaloosa, and I've always loved them. And then you grow up, life happens, you get that big bad corporate career or what have you. And then that part that you always loved from a kid, always just kind of went away. Life happened, you adult, you grow up. But the love of horses was still there, but I didn't incorporate that. It was nowhere in my 3D life at all. Until about a year ago, I just, through your spiritual journey, through the dark night of the soul, through all this stuff that I know you're probably going through as well, you open up and you realize that truth about yourself. And you realize that you were happy, you were the happiest at a page of wands. Yeah, where are you the most happiest? Where do you find inspiration? And are you resisting it? Just came through, side note. But where are you the most happiest? I love a barn. I love working in a barn. I love the smell of a barn. I love horses. I love the smell of horses. I love cleaning stalls. I love hay. I love all of it. So about a year ago, lo and behold, who knew, 15 minutes from where I live, there's a horse therapeutic ranch and facility that works with children with all sorts of disabilities, but they have like over 22 horses, and you volunteer there. So when I first started volunteering there, it was like, my brain was like, what are we going to do with this? And my heart was like, I have arrived. Life is gorgeous. I'm in my happy place. But my brain still was like, why do you spend so much time volunteering there? Because it fucking feels amazing. I'm in my happy place. So don't resist your happy place. Consider, I don't like to tell people what to do. And it's just out of lack of a better way to communicate right now with words, but it's just consider, consider honoring your happy place, whatever that is, no matter what your brain tells you about it, what story your brain makes up about it, because it's important. It is important for your journey, and it's important to your happiness that I know you want. Chariot, it's important for you to move forward. It's very important for you to move forward, especially quickly. This just came in as soon as I touched this card. How are you going to know? It's almost like, how are you going to know what true happiness and fulfillment is if you haven't really experienced it? So by putting yourself in these situations that at first it's like a little inkling, like, ooh, this inspires to me. I've always kind of loved this aspect. And then putting yourself in that situation so these feelings can grow. So you can truly experience what emotional fulfillment feels like, what true happiness feels like, because that is information that you can use as you navigate your path. Weird sounds in this hotel room. It freaked me out every time. I'm like, God, what is that? Sorry about that, but it's important to know how it feels. So when you're looking at other paths, you know what feeling you're looking for, kind of thing, because you've experienced it. So it's important to experience happiness and emotional fulfillment if you haven't really felt it on a deeper level, kind of thing. And that's what was so eye-opening to me. It was it's like now when I look at things in my life of, do I want to do this? Is it worth my time? Is it something I want to invest in? I know what feeling I'm looking for. I know what my guidance system tells me, because I know how I feel when I'm at the barn. I know how I feel when I'm working with horses. I know how it feels to be so caught up in something that you lose all track of time because it just goes away, because you are so present in the moment by doing something that you love so much. And for me, it's just working with horses. It's just being around horses. But you use that information to guide you in your life, to guide you forward in your life. So, wow, I got on a soapbox there. I feel like that was a long soapbox, but that message is for somebody, because it's just like, keep talking about it, because we humans, we need to relate to each other, and it helps. Relatability just helps me so much when I hear other people going through the same things, or go, I experienced that too. It just helps me so much to feel, not alone, and to feel connected with people I've never even seen, which is part of the reason why I do this work. So hopefully for some of you that resonated, that you connected with that, and you're like, yes. Okay, this one, Temperance. Yeah, listen to the messages you're getting. Listen to the messages. Temperance is about tempering yourself, sure, but it's also listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, and work with it. Make it work. I love this card. Dip your toe in. She's got 2 glasses of wine, and she's like, all right, see your little crown chakra? Oh, you can't really see it, but see the crown chakra here with little. She's getting the messages. She's like, okay, she's got her 2 glasses of wine. Which one do I like the most? She's dipping her toe in the water, going, all right, let me try this. Let me try that. I'm not going to force anything. I'm just going to dip my toe in. So dip your toe in to little situations or life events or opportunities that just have you curious, and see how you feel about them. See how you feel about them, Pisces. And let me see, you've got some, I don't remember off the top of my head, but you've got some major planet things happening in your sign too. It's already started. Is Neptune in Pisces? I just know that it could be a month of big surprises for you. Well, for all of us essentially, but I think your astrological chart is being activated. So if you're really into astrology, you probably already know, but just as a little nod, because it just came through. Yeah. Pisces, you've got some planetary alignments happening for you. All right, let's see. Let's tap here. So if you're new to tapping, check out the link below to learn more. But what do we need to tap on to help Pisces the most? Oh, this one. Let's see what we got. This card came out in another reading. I think it's like the weekly reading I just did, but it's interesting. My thoughts are creative. This is going to help you. Yep. I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. Your mind needs a minute. I think we talked about that. I create my own reality and everyone in it. And it starts here. It goes along perfectly with your reading. So I'm going to get a little drink here. Some tea. Whew. I feel like I talked for an hour, and it is a longer reading, Pisces. We're at 35 minutes. I know. Whew, but I felt like I just talked an hour to you. Okay, so let's go. Let's tap. You know the drill. Repeat after me or sub in your own stuff as it comes up. But let's get these thoughts creative, huh? Let's pick some good ones. I am ready. I am ready to think some really amazing thoughts about this. And I am ready to experience happiness, joy, and emotional fulfillment. And I'm recognizing that my thoughts play a big role in this. So even though I have some resistance to this, even though I may be a little conflicted here, even though I feel like this might be a little battle of the head versus the heart, that's okay. I'm honoring how I feel, and I'm opening up to the idea that I can change it. I can work with this. I can change my approach because my thoughts are creative. And I can create something that's a little easier for me, a little more relaxed for me, a little more in the flow. I'm ready for that. And I'm ready to say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. And I am inviting ease into my mind and my thoughts. Because I can create my own reality and everyone in it. So I'm now inviting in ease, peace, calm, and compassion. And I'm open and inviting in thoughts that align with that peace, that align with compassion, that align with my happiness. Because I'm willing to let go of all the negative thoughts that no longer serve me. And I'm ready to create space for new empowering thoughts. I am ready for peace. I am ready to honor my truth. Because the truth is, I care so much about this. It matters so much to me. And that is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. And I am deeply proud of myself for where I'm at and how far I've come and for how much I care. All is well in my world. All is well. All is well. I am at peace. Okay, Pisces, let's take a deep breath in here. Whew. And let them go. Oh, or let them go. Yes, let them go. Let that person go. Let that place go. Let that thing go. Let it go. Okay, wow. What a cool reading. What a really cool reading, Pisces. I enjoyed that, even though I felt like I got on my pulpit a little bit here for an hour. Almost. I really hope this helped you. Cheers to your March. What a cool month you've got in store for you. And I will see you next time. Bye.